Hey guys, how's it going? Sneaky Jaffa Warp here, and today we're going to be talking about the M8A7 assault rifle. Okay, so just some quick stats before we get started. The gun has medium to low damage, which results in either a 4 to 5 shot kill across any ranges. But the good thing about this is that it's a 4-shot burst. So you can pretty much one burst people from, I think, up to 38 meters roughly. And then obviously attaching long barrel to that will double that to 76 meters. And the other nice thing about this gun too is it has a really high rate of fire. I think it's higher than the Vespa even, at 1150 RPM. But don't quote me on that because I think it might have recently got a bit of a nerf, because just the way it handles now and shoots, I feel like possibly they've lowered the rate of fire of the burst. But then it also has a very short delay between bursts, so it sits in between the Pharaoh and the XR2, and this allows you to really get good follow-up shots on enemies if you can't one burst them. And all of this sort of adds up to not an insane time to kill, but a very fast one, very competitive one at that. I think that's why a lot of competitive players opt for this gun when they're looking for assault rifles. And I also think the fact that it's such a high accuracy, easy to handle weapon is what makes it especially attractive to pub players and competitive players as well. So let's go on to attachments and how I like to use this gun. As you'll be able to see in the background gameplay, I've got the suppressor on for half the clips roughly. And after playing like that, I thought I'd put it in, but I really don't recommend using the suppressor. I used to love the suppressor on this gun, but I don't know if it's since the recent patches, since the fire rate possibly, the burst delay's been reduced a little bit, but I just find I'm having to 2, even 3 burst people a lot. Having said that though, if you can play a nice stealthy style of play, the suppressor is viable, I would say. Alternatively to that, the way that I like to play this gun is with the rapid fire on all the time, and usually quick draw. I don't find that I need a foregrip because the gun is so accurate and the sort of return to center speed is quite quick. And then for a third attachment, I usually swap back between long barrel and high caliber. And to me, like mathematically, long barrel is the better decision because you can basically, I guess, on paper 3 burst people, or 4 burst people, sorry, 1 burst. 4 bullets, people from almost any range up to like 76 meters, which sounds great, but when I was using the gun in practice, it just didn't seem like it was actually doing that. Like I was still having to 2 burst people a lot of the time, which was a little bit frustrating. So I switched up to high caliber and I found that I was getting a lot more headshots, and then when I got in close ranges with people, I could spray from the hip a bit more because those random bullets would kick up and get headshots, and it was just a bit more mobile of a weapon then. So I guess I'd leave that third attachment up to your discretion, but I do highly recommend the quick draw and rapid fire for this one. And if I had to choose out of the other attachments, I would definitely go for high caliber as my third one. And for this gun's playstyle, I would use it for probably objective based game modes, but it's good in, I guess, all game modes really. I do play a similar style as I do with the XR2 and the Shiva. I sort of sit a little bit more deeper in the map, I guess, and try and pick people off from distance because it's such a high accuracy gun and it doesn't kick at all. Even with rapid fire, you can sort of follow-up shot really quickly. But there's not really much more to say regarding the playstyle for this gun. It's pretty self-explanatory with regards to using it similar to the XR2 and the Shiva. But on that note of the XR2, I know when I did my video for that gun, I said how I didn't really like it that much and I prefer the M8, but I have to be honest, lately I've probably been preferring the XR2 a bit. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because I've played a bit more with it with all the attachments unlocked, but I'll probably pick the XR2 over the M8 at the moment, and that's just a personal decision. So that wraps it up for today, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you really liked it, even subscribe, and until next time, keep doing what you're doing, guys. Cheers.